Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we will dive into the massive drama coming up on Tuesday, April 14, where Brooke and Katie go to war, RJ and Will get into a literal fistfight, and Daphne finally snaps on Ivy. And I am just so tired today, guys. I have been looking at these notes for hours, my eyes are burning, but we have to talk about this because the drama is just off the charts right now. So let's just get right into it. No fancy intros, just raw facts and my opinions, because I have a lot of opinions today. And honestly, I'm just typing this as fast as my fingers can move because you all need to know what is about to happen. So Brooke Logan Forrester, she is at it again. And honestly, I am just so sick of her right now. Brooke is going to have another reason to unleash her wrath on Katie Logan Spencer. And it is just so typical. Brooke always thinks she is the boss of everyone. She thinks she owns the Forrester name. She thinks she owns Eric. She thinks she owns Ridge, and now she is going after her own sister again because Katie is actually doing something successful, and Brooke just cannot handle that. It makes my blood boil. So the mini collection debut was a huge success. Bill Spencer is just thrilled. He's over the moon. Bill is backing Katie 100%. And we know Bill, when Bill wants something, he gets it. So he is adamant about debuting the full collection. He wants to dazzle the fashion industry, and he wants Katie to be the star. And I love that for Katie. I really do. Katie has been in the shadows for way too long. She deserves this win. She has survived so much. Heart transplants, betrayals, Bill cheating on her with Brooke. So yeah, she deserves a win. But of course, Eric Forrester does not like it. Eric is whining about the fact that Katie and Bill have been using the designs he handed over. And Brooke does not like it either. So Brooke is going to go up against Katie again. This is happening in Monday's episode and carrying over into Tuesday. Brooke is going to literally blow up at Katie over a fashion event. It is just clothes, people. But to Brooke, it is life or death. Everything is a massive crisis with her. Brooke is going to insist this has to stop. She is going to get right in Katie's face. And Brooke will suspect that Katie is doing all of this just to get revenge over the past. Because Brooke always makes everything about herself. Brooke thinks Katie is just trying to get back at her for all the times Brooke stole her men. Which is a lot of times, let's be real, but Katie's going to stand her ground. Katie will insist she is focused on her future, not the past. And I believe Katie. I think Katie just wants to build a legacy. And Brooke is just jealous. And it just makes me so mad. Because Brooke is such a hypocrite. She preaches about family. She preaches about loyalty. But the second her sister gets a spotlight, Brooke tries to shut it down. And using Eric as an excuse is so weak. Eric handed those designs over. That was his choice. You cannot just take it back because you are throwing a tantrum. So I am firmly on Team Katie here. Go Katie. Dazzle them. Make Bill proud. Make Brooke choke on her own jealousy. Because Brooke needs to sit down. But that is not even the craziest part of the day. Because we have to talk about the boys. RJ Forrester and Will Spencer. Oh my god. These two. They are acting like absolute children. So at Forrester Creations, RJ is going to try to get under Will's skin. Because RJ is a brat. I said it. RJ is an entitled brat. He walks around that building like he owns it. Just because Ridge is his dad, and he knows exactly how to push Will's buttons. He is so smug. It won't take much to set Will off. Will is already a ticking time bomb. He has so much anger inside him. And RJ knows this. So RJ delivers an awful insult. I don't know what the insult is yet, but I bet it is about Bill. Or maybe it is about Will being a loser. Or maybe it is about Elektra, because everything always comes back to Elektra. RJ is so obsessed with his cousin's girlfriend. It is actually gross. He just hovers around her. So RJ says this awful thing, and Will just sees red. Will is going to be riled up enough to launch a physical confrontation. Yes, a physical fight in the middle of the Forrester CEO office. It is so unprofessional. It is so stupid. But Will just snaps. He shoves RJ, and then it is just on. A full-blown brawl. Just fists flying. But RJ won't be innocent in all this. The spoilers say that in addition to provoking Will, RJ will give as good as he gets once the face-off is underway. So RJ is going to fight back. They're going to be throwing each other around the office, smashing into desks, knocking over lamps, probably ruining some expensive sketches. It is going to be a mess, and I am here for it because they both need a reality check. They're acting like wild animals, And let's think about the history here. This is not just about Elektra, this is about Ridge and Bill. Their fathers have hated each other for decades. They have fought over Brooke, they have fought over companies, they have fought over everything. And now RJ and Will are just repeating the cycle. It is toxic masculinity at its finest. They are just little clones of their dads. And it is sad, but it is also really entertaining television. I won't lie. I love a good soap opera fist fight. So they are beating each other up. And then Ridge is probably going to walk in because Ridge is the boss and Ridge is going to lose his mind. He's going to break them up and he's going to lecture them. But Ridge is such a hypocrite too because Ridge has punched Bill so many times. So Ridge has no room to talk, but he will anyway because he is Ridge. He will puff out his chest and yell. And then there is Elektra Forrester. Poor clueless Elektra. She won't be pleased when she finds out Will and RJ have been throwing each other around the office. Like, obviously. Who wants their boyfriend and their cousin getting into a fist fight at work? It is humiliating. Elektra is going to be so mad. And she is going to blame Will. Because Will is the one who launched the physical part. Even though RJ provoked him, she never sees RJ's faults. That could be why Elektra is on the verge of backing Will into a corner with an ultimatum. She is going to say something like, "It is me or the fighting. You have to stop this, Will. You have to grow up, or I am leaving." She is going to draw a line in the sand, and Will is going to have to make a choice. But it is so unfair because Will is fighting for her. He is fighting because RJ will not back off. RJ is the instigator here. And Elektra is just so blind. She has no idea what is actually going on. She thinks Will is just being aggressive. She thinks RJ is just being a concerned cousin. She does not see that RJ wants her. And she definitely does not see what Ivy's been doing behind her back. Which brings me to the next massive piece of drama. Because this is the part that is really going to explode. And I am so ready for it. So meanwhile, Daphne Rose Walton. Daphne is going to keep fretting over all the damage Ivy Forrester has caused. And my heart just breaks for Daphne right now. Because Daphne is going through her own stuff. She and Carter just had a negative pregnancy test. She thought she was pregnant. She had all the symptoms. But it was negative. And she is crushed. She is facing an infertility struggle. She is emotionally drained. She is barely holding it together. And on top of all that trauma, she is carrying this massive secret for Ivy. Daphne knows that Ivy orchestrated the entire breakup between Will and Elektra. Daphne knows about the stolen letter. Daphne knows about the necklace trickery. Daphne knows that Ivy is a manipulative monster. And Daphne has been keeping her mouth shut because Ivy told her to. But Daphne is a good person. And the guilt is just eating her alive. It is making her sick. Will and Elektra could have worked things out. That is what Daphne is realizing. They could have been happy. If Ivy had not taken steps to totally destroy what was left of their relationship, Ivy ruined it on purpose. Because she thinks she knows what is best for Elektra. Ivy wants Elektra with RJ. Because Ivy is teaming up with RJ. It is a sick little alliance. And Daphne sees right through it. Daphne knows it is evil. So Daphne won't be able to take this much longer. The guilt is too heavy. The stress is too much. And she is tired. Just like me. She is so tired of the lies. So Daphne is going to get right in Ivy's face. Yes, Daphne. Finally. Somebody needs to put Ivy in her place. Daphne's going to corner Ivy. And she's going to order her to drop all this plotting. She is going to say, enough is enough. No more games. Furthermore, Daphne will contend that it is time for Elektra and Will to learn the truth. She's going to tell Ivy that Elektra needs to know that her aunt was the real reason for the split. That Will did not just abandon her. That it was all a setup. A sick, twisted setup. Daphne wants to blow the whole thing wide open. Because it is the right thing to do. And Daphne needs to clear her own conscience. But we know Ivy. Ivy is stubborn. Ivy is delusional. Despite Ivy's best efforts to keep a lid on what she did, she's going to fight back. Ivy's going to tell Daphne to shut up. Ivy's going to say it was for Elektra's own good. Which is the biggest lie ever. You don't steal letters and fake necklaces for someone's own good. You do it for control. Ivy is just a control freak. She wants to play God with these kids' lives. But Ivy is going to have to pay the price in the coming episodes. Her luck is running out. The walls are closing in. Because between Daphne and Melissa Dillon, there are multiple paths to sneaky Ivy's exposure. And that is the best part. Ivy cannot control everyone. She thought she was so smart. But she left too many loose ends. She trusted the wrong people to keep her dirty secrets. Let's talk about Melissa Dillon for a second. because Dylan is also a wild card here. Dylan knows the truth too. And Dylan has been getting close to Will, but Dylan is feeling the guilt too. She is making a crushing choice. She is mulling over the secret, and she might just spill the beans to Will before Daphne even gets to Elektra. So it is a race. Who is going to expose Ivy first, Daphne or Dylan? It is literally a ticking clock. I personally hope it is Daphne, because Daphne has more to lose. Daphne's married to Carter. She has a reputation. Dylan is still a bit of a mystery. Ivy even asked Dylan who she really was. So Dylan might have her own dark secrets. But either way, Ivy's going down, and I cannot wait to watch her fall. Because she deserves it. She really does. She has caused so much unnecessary pain. So just picture this Tuesday episode. We have Brooke screaming at Katie about dresses. We have RJ and Will literally punching each other over a girl and their dad's old grudges. We have Elektra crying and giving ultimatums. And we have Daphne screaming at Ivy about stolen letters. It is just chaos. Absolute chaos. And it is exactly why we watch this show. It is a beautiful disaster. But I want to go back to RJ and Will for a minute, because I just can't get over the physical fight. I mean, RJ is supposed to be this creative designer guy, and Will is supposed to be this brooding Spencer, and they are just going at it. I wonder who is going to win the fight. Honestly, my money is on Will. Will has that Spencer rage. He has that dark side. RJ is a bit soft. RJ grew up in a mansion drawing dresses. Will grew up with dollar bill. Will's going to destroy him. Will's going to wipe the floor with him. But RJ's sneaky. So maybe RJ fights dirty. Maybe he throws a stapler. I don't know. But the fact that Ridge has to break it up is hilarious. Ridge is going to be so mad. He is going to say, this is a place of business. And then he is probably going to take RJ's side. Because Ridge always favors his own kids. Even when they are wrong. Ridge is going to blame Will. He's going to say Will's unstable. Just like Bill, it is so predictable. And that is going to make Will even madder. It is just a vicious cycle. And poor Elektra is stuck in the middle. But I don't even feel that bad for Elektra anymore. Because she is so gullible. How do you not see that your aunt is evil? How do you not see that RJ is manipulating you? Elektra needs to wake up. She needs to open her eyes. And maybe Daphne telling the truth will finally be the wake-up call she needs. She needs a harsh dose of reality. Because when Elektra finds out about the letter, oh boy, she is going to lose her mind. She is going to realize that her entire heartbreak was manufactured. She cried for weeks. She thought Will didn't care. And it was all Ivy. I hope Elektra slaps Ivy. I really do. I hope she disowns her. The spoilers say Elektra might not want anything to do with Aunt Ivy after this. And she shouldn't. Ivy is toxic. Ivy needs to be cut off completely. And what about Katie and Brooke? Let's circle back to them. Because this sister feud is just exhausting. Brooke is never going to change. She is always going to be the victim in her own mind. Even when she is the aggressor, she is going to Katie's office just to yell at her. Katie is just doing her job. Katie's running a fashion event. And Brooke is trying to sabotage it. It is sick. It is really sick behavior from a sister. I hope Bill steps in. Bill needs to defend Katie. Bill needs to tell Brooke to back off. Because Bill is the only one who can really intimidate Brooke. Ridge won't do it. Ridge always caves to Brooke, but Bill won't. Bill is going to protect Katie's event, and I hope the event is a massive success. I hope Eric's designs look amazing, and I hope Brooke has to sit there and watch Katie get all the applause. Brooke needs to learn that the world does not revolve around her. So yeah. Tuesday is going to be a wild ride. I am going to need an extra large coffee to get through it, because the drama is nonstop. We have physical fights, we have screaming matches, we have ultimatums, and we have massive secrets about to explode. It is classic Bold and the Beautiful. And I am here for every single messy second of it. I live for this kind of unhinged television. And I just want to say I love how messy this is getting. The writers are really just throwing everything at the wall right now. And it is working. Because I am invested. I am so invested in seeing Ivy get caught. I am so invested in seeing RJ get punched. And I am definitely invested in seeing Brooke get put in her place by Katie. It is going to be epic. It is going to be legendary. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you Team Katie or Team Brooke? Who do you think is going to win the fight between RJ and Will? And how do you think Elektra is going to react when she finally learns the truth about Ivy? Because it is going to be explosive. I can feel it. The truth always comes out on this show. It just takes a lot of yelling and crying to get there. Anyway, I am going to go rest my eyes now because typing all this out has exhausted me. My brain is fried from analyzing all these crazy people. But I had to get the news out to you guys because this Tuesday episode is not one you want to miss. Make sure your DVR is set. Make sure you have your snacks ready because Los Angeles is about to explode. And we are going to watch it all burn down. And just one more thing before I go. Think about how sad it is for Will. He really loved Electra, and he was pushed away for no reason. And now he is fighting his cousin. His life is a mess. All because Ivy decided to play matchmaker. It is just so wrong. Okay, I am really done now. I am logging off. See you guys tomorrow for more crazy updates. Because you know the drama never stops. Bye, guys.